So, Event. Es ist wieder Sonntag, es ist wieder das Sportsong haben. Herzlich willkommen. Ja, wie ihr schon wisst, haben wir wieder 4 Folgen zum Abschluss vor der Pause. Das heißt, seid nicht traurig, ich komme wieder, keine Sorge. Und ja, wenn wir so sehr mal auf unsere Tabelle, wo war sie jetzt wieder, gucken, auch wir lassen jetzt mal die Tabelle mal sein. Wenn wir jetzt mal auf den Kalender gucken, heute spielen wir nämlich gegen die Fantas, gegen Fanta Ox. Und das könnte lustig werden. Heute haben wir auf jeden Fall, heute trifft uns auf jeden Fall der Donner, wahrscheinlich, wenn wir Pech haben. Ich hoffe, wir werden Glück haben. Ich hoffe, euch gefällt's. Wir haben wieder Nachrichten da oben. Was? Morris will kontinuierlich, ja komm, die ganzen Nachrichten, was bringen jetzt mal? Alter, wie viel, ey? Scroll da unten bitte, aber ganz schnell. Bot 0. Dankeschön. Immer diese Fans heutzutage, die schreiben viel zu oft. Egal, mein Lieben. Wir starten durch. Die Sieg von den Thunder liegt bei 100%. Wir haben in den letzten 2 Parts verloren. Aber heute werden wir versuchen, das zu rocken. Ob es funktioniert, weiß ich nicht. Auf jeden Fall wird es sehr, sehr lustig. Auf jeden Fall erstmal was trinken hier. Und natürlich haben wir wieder das sportliche Outfit an hier. Muss ja richtig sportlich sein für Sonntag. Also legen wir los. Und wir sind die Gäste. Na dann los. Ich würde sagen, wir starten durch. Angstansicht, was haben wir denn hier? Heute. Oh lol. Ach guck mal, die haben eine Sequel. Wir haben da sind wir sogar wie wir letztens gespielt haben. Wir haben letztens die Niederlage geholt. Die Fantas haben schon 2 Siege geholt. Das heißt, die Fantas sind richtig stark, aber wir werden das Beste versuchen, was es gibt. Wir können auch simulieren, aber nein. Wir starten durch. Los geht's. Zack. Ab geht's. Und ich hoffe, ihr seid dabei, meine Lieben. Lasst einen Daumen nach oben, damit es euch gefällt. Und dann kommen jetzt erstmal die beiden Quatzköpfe.
In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. Serge Ibaka, some thought he should have been an all-star last season. This guy gets a lot of things done.
Yes, he's a legit two-way player, not just a shot blocker. He's a consistent scorer, too. Night in and night out, double-digit in points. Shoots over 38% from distance this season. Pretty good player.
Let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Dann los. Timberwolves gegen Fanta. In unseren ersten Match haben wir schon gezeigt, was wir drauf haben. Da haben wir auch gut gekämpft. Aber jetzt wird's richtig lustig. Los geht's. Da sind die Fantas. Die stellen sich alle vor. Dass ich mal gleich eine große Welle machen muss für ein Basketballspiel immer.
Is your head coach.
Hello everyone, proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin.
Oh, die haben jetzt eine gute Stimmung da. Die mögen sich jetzt so nicht. Es kann lustig werden heute. Das kann lustig werden.
And this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
Yeah, I think they're a little better than this ball club, and it showed last year winning the season series.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Minnesota, Ricky Rubio is out there with Corey Brewer. Then it's Wiggins, and there's Pekovic, and it's Young in at the 4-man position. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ibaka. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first
Fängt jetzt
foul
wieder
of the
gut
game.
an.
Steve just mentioned how they won the
Minnesota ist noch gar nicht da.
That was the way it went against most teams they faced, Clark.
True. They were a very hard team to get the best of, Kevin.
Out to Ibaka. Inside to Perkins. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. He was all alone on that one.
Ah, 3-Punkte-Wurf. Der hat gesessen.
First basket of the game.
A good open look, and he
Komm Leute, jetzt trinkt euch mal an.
Young outside on the wing. Brewer tries to save it. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds.
Ausball für uns.
Possession. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Pekovic. Takes it off the glass.
Boy, sitting in that tight, he's going to bury those.
Westbrook gets to Durant. Westbrook with a wide open look. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's.
Der war gut geschossen, aber leider zu weit, mein Freund. Leider zu weit.
Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Thaddeus Young is a left-hander out of Georgia Tech. Only played 1 year in college and has really rounded into a nice pro. He's a very unique player. He's a face-up, slashing power forward.
Ja! Ja, baby! Ja!
Really hard to
4-5!
Here's Westbrook.
Alter Timberwolves!
Very impressive. Passes it to Durant. Inside to Perkins. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Wow, Leute! Die Timberwolves haben vielleicht einen großen Fehler gemacht, die Wolves, aber die schaffen es.
The dish now to Young. On the wing, Brewer. He feeds it to Pekovic. Good. Pekovic has got his second basket
6-7, Alter, das ist so spannend! Minnesota haut ja richtig rein.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here's Durant. He had 22 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Also had 4 blocks.
10 Punkte, ist okay, ist okay, ist okay.
Terrific game at both ends of the floor.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Into Pekovic and stolen by Perkins. Durant just inside the line.
You know, Kevin Durant has really worked hard on his ball handling and passing, and it's in response to facing constant traps and double teams in the playoffs. In those situations, being able to escape pressure and find the open man, that is crucial.
Komm, trifft daneben, Junge, trifft daneben.
His first trip to the line. And the first one.
Na. Ach, dürfen noch einmal. Lass doch noch besser.
Durant hits them both.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Timberwolves trail by 6. The feed to Rubio. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. No good. Ibaka with some nice D.
And Durant actually played point guard in high school his freshman year. But a 5-inch growth spurt his sophomore year took him from 6'3 to 6'8.
Ah, das macht die gut, Jungs.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Now, here's Brewer, Pekovic, and Perkins with the block. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. Durant in the corner from past the arc, and that comes off the assist by Russell.
Na, 3-Punkte-Wurf. Sag mal, wie gut sind die denn bitte, dass sie 3 Punkte werfen jetzt jede Runde?
And when Durant plays yes. He played shooting guard. Steve in Oklahoma City, they put him at small forward.
Well, it's a more natural position for him. And, you know, he's worked hard to kind of lower his shoulders when he's dribbling in traffic, trying to find angles that he couldn't get to before. And he's cut down his turnovers. But when he gets to his spot, you know, kind of at the elbows or in the paint, he rises up and he just shoots over the top of everybody.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
Making a switch here. Adams checked in. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success from the free throw line, so I would look for them to continue to attack the rim.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And a chance to see where Ricky Rubio ended up in the rankings last year.
Ja, das läuft super, wie immer. Egal. 17:6, das ist so ein Haushoch verloren, aber egal.
He had some of the quickest hands in the league, and those quick hands earned him a number 2 ranking in steals. I mean, it was remarkable how quickly he reacted defensively. Good feet, but also really quick, active hands. They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease. There were a lot of hopeful Minnesota fans thinking they had a chance at the playoffs last year early, but injuries and slumps derailed their season.
Here's Young. No good again that time.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Kept alive. And the rebound paying off.
21:6. Also hier verlieren wir auch raus, so auf jeden Fall.
They've gotten off to a big lead for them, and
a very strong defense too, guys.
Well, it doesn't seem that long ago, but it's been a decade, Clark, a decade since the Wolves were in the playoff situation.
Time moves on. You know that, Kevin. It races by. Hard to
Also das war's schon. Einfach was Bein, jetzt ist die Luft raus. Die Jungs haben nichts geleistet. Ja.
And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. No good. Here's Wiggins. Here's Pekovic. Tries again. And the layup is good. Pekovic has got 6.
Ja, Jungs, das war ein guter Treffer, aber das reicht nicht. Das kann ich jetzt schon versprechen.
Westbrook drives in. 11 feet out and he hits it.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's Brewer. It's hauled in by Adams.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Westbrook dishes to Morrow. Launches it. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Brewer kicks to Wiggins. And the layup is good after a nice lead.
Das war ein guter Pass.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks.
Das war ein guter Pass. Nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. Weiter.
Really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's
man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Their offense really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And it's Pekovic missing. Here's Morrow. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Just 3 on the clock. And it's Ibaka with the bucket inside. Ibaka's got his second basket.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Thunder lead by 19.
Das erste Viertel der Halbzeit ist schon vorüber. Lol.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Mal überspringen die Ladies hier, damit wir weitermachen können.
Here is Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lamb and Durant are the long athletic wings. Nick Collison out there with Perkins, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Es war ein guter Versuch von ihm zu werfen, das war kein war sehr schlecht, war sehr schlecht, Kollege.
Far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Jeremy Lamb, Steve, making some major strides in Season 2 with the Thunder.
He played significant minutes in the rotation until Caron Butler came around as a free agent. Then he sort of fell out of the rotation. But Lamb, I thought, developed nicely last year. Averaged double figures for a good stretch of the season. Got a chance to really solidify his role on this team the next couple of years.
So it's Minnesota now. And Young, here we go. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. And Lamb last season shot it better, he passed it better.
35:10, also das ist Haus verloren. Aber egal, wir machen das Beste draus. Wir machen das Beste draus. Es war klar, dass sie Van der Stark sind, das habe ich so im letzten Part gesagt.
Jackson passes to Collison, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Jackson drives in. No dice from 9 feet out.
Jeremy Lamb, a quiet demeanor, his effort level questioned at times at UConn. But a great situation for him with this young, motivated Thunder team. He's getting some quality minutes on a great team. A lot of high hopes for the Thunder heading into last season's playoffs, and it didn't go quite as they had planned.
The Thunder would come back from the first round scare nicely as they got rid of the Clippers in the second round.
And it looked like they would be in for a good fight against the Spurs in the conference finals, but just kind of faded away as that series wore on. And I think that was more what San Antonio did than what the Thunder did.
They played their best basketball with Spurs, obviously.
Nicht mal treffen kann Minnesota, ganz ehrlich.
Hit it at the right time. Minnesota calls timeout.
Wenn ich auf Auszeit gedrückt. Wir haben nicht auf Auszeit gewollt. Kommt nicht Titel.
He really looked unstoppable in that game in particular.
Yeah, that was against the Warriors back in January. That was a career high for him. And, you know, Golden State tried every trick in the book, and they have good defenders on the wing, but didn't seem like anything they tried worked that night.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubting that center Steven Adams came to the league ready to rumble. As Kendrick Perkins put it, he acts like he grew up on the farm chasing hogs. But Adams said it had more to do with growing up playing rugby. He said it was, quote, a combination of that and trying to survive against my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, he's the youngest of 18 siblings, Kevin.
He doesn't mind taking some licks, Doris. He just keeps coming. Thank you. Here's Rubio. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And with Durant and his 54-point explosion, I mean, you really get to see just how unstable ball movement.
41:10. Ich glaube, das war's auf jeden Fall. Und nicht mal fangen können sie. Dann machen wir in 7 Tagen, keine Ahnung. Zu viele Kaffees reingedonnert, dass ihr nicht mehr trifft, oder habt ihr kein Zielwasser mehr getrunken oder was?
They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Das ist doch nur peinlich.
With a lot of easy baskets, room service dimes. We call them one great look after another coming off.
Ach, Minnesota, warum?
Then it's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Dean comes in for Wiggins, and Barea subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Turioff comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Brewer in for Williams. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing
Minnesota,
with you. Once they
das
open
war's.
the lane up for
Die 40 Punkte heute, die 30 Punkte heute nicht auf. Eigentlich kann ich sagen, 40 Punkte.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
15 seconds on the shot. 15.
Down low, poked loose. Will it go?
They got to figure out this defense they're seeing. I mean, they have not done a good job of making the extra pass and adjusting to how they're being defended. If they do that, then I think they can get some open shots by moving the ball and moving themselves, and that might work to their advantage.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Ibaka comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Lamb.
That's been a great day for
LOL. Aus der Distanz wieder ein Dreier. Ja, drück's noch mehr rein. Die Jungs sind sowieso so am Boden, die können nichts mehr.
Since the second quarter began. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Kicks it to Turioff.
Cool, lassen sich die Bälle zu leicht abnehmen.
On the wing, Jackson. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. I mean, he was initiating contact and really hunting those whistles from the referee.
Guck mal, was die Jungs noch so schlecht machen.
Bennett kicks to Turioff. And he banks in the layup.
Na, endlich mal wieder mal einen Ball getroffen. Das hat ja lang gedauert. Ganz ehrlich.
1:41 left in the second quarter. Left side of Ibaka. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, I bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't.
Ich sag ja, nicht mal fangen können die.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting.
Alter, als der angefangen hat, war das noch richtig noch cool und episch und alles. Aber jetzt.
His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance?
Ja, versenkt eure Bälle.
Need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And Adams kicks to Jackson. From 17 feet out. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 8.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And Westbrook is a phenomenal rebounder and scorer at the point guard position.
Ja, jetzt über den noch über seine Füße. Perfekto. Das war ein Rebound.
Here's Turioff. Cannot hit. And it's
LOL.
City the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. The guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
I like the work.
Ja, das ist jetzt wieder bei seinen Füßen. Klasse.
It was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? You got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Tries again. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
3 Sekunden vor Schluss. 60:12. Komm, hau rein, Junge.
And you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thunder out in front.
Besser. So.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Ey, so stark waren noch nicht mal die anderen.
I've put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Halbzeit. Ja. Das war der Halbzeitbericht. Ja, meine Lieben, wie es in der zweiten Hälfte aussieht, werdet ihr gleich erfahren bei NBA2K15. Alles dann. Wir sehen uns wieder, wenn es heißt, wir werfen den Ball oder versuchen den Ball bis kommt zu werfen.